Okay, and we are back. Good evening. This is Sherry Jones. Welcome back to live show at KZSU 90.1 at Stanford. I'm excited to announce we've got something new for you this evening. Some good friends of mine, Jeff Carr, Robert Cassidy, and Bob Peak, have come into the studio. And they're
Hello.
hello everyone.
there.
Hi.
How you guys?
We're
Good,
great.
Sherry.
See, the fun is only just beginning.
It's just starting.
It's just starting. So for the next 45 minutes, there's going to be a lot of, I'm referring to this as improvisation, because these guys, these wonderful, talented men who have so many musical projects going on, decided for some reason to launch into a whole new thing. And before I play one of your first songs, I'm going to let you tell everyone that's listening in KZSU land a little bit about it.
Do you want me to start, Jeff?
You know, Rob, you always start, so go ahead.
Okay. Well, first off, we're
That's true, isn't it?
It is.
well, we're brothers.
You know, he did
Go
this
ahead.
in school. He's doing it now.
Well, we're brothers, musical brothers, and brothers of soul, and we just have been friends a long time. I've known Jeff for a lot longer, but basically, we just had an interest to do something creative together. So we started getting together because these two guys came up with a project to try to do a TV show. And in the process, when we went into a
Which
studio,
isn't dead yet.
right?
no, that's still on the
That
table.
will come back like a boomerang.
It's still on the table.
We went into GFI Studios in Hayward, Jimmy Going's studio, and we're sitting just like we are now in this room in a kind of a triangle. And we just started throwing out ideas, playing music, and within 45 minutes to an hour, we had first song is Such a Richard, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
We'll be playing Such a Richard. We've
Yeah.
got 5 original tunes all queued up to play this evening.
Yeah, and Bob, you want to explain Such a Richard? And it was your brainchild.
Well,
I
don't
can't
know if
wait to
there-
hear this.
I don't know if there is any explaining, to tell you the truth, man. Well, everybody knows what a Richard is,
Oh, okay.
right? It's
right.
the opposite of Karen.
There you go.
It's the other side of the spectrum right there.
Karen seems to get noticed more. So what are we
Yeah,
doing with
true.
Richard?
And you know, one of the things about it is when we went into the studio, didn't have the process of what we were thinking, how we were thinking about doing this stuff. We started working on this tune, and then all of a sudden we got our formula in that first tune, and we figured out. All of a sudden we said, "Hey, this is easy. This is going to work great."
Yeah.
I remember it took us a whole 20 minutes to figure out that formula.
Right.
We had the song, within an hour, you think? None of us knew what we
Probably.
were doing, and that was probably the best way to record. Don't think about it. Just get up and do. And, that song was so fun. We were laughing so hard at each other that night, and to come up with something I thought was great like
Yeah,
that.
no, it is.
That's kind of what kickstart and lit the fuse.
Yep.
And
What is it about, Bob? What's the song about, technically?
Yeah.
Well, it's basically about a friend of ours who is just a
Richard,
Richard,
we're,
and I don't even know if
we
he
have to keep it clean
right, and I didn't even know if he realized
a little.
that he's a Richard.
They never do.
I don't think he did.
that's right, Sherry. They
But
never
by
did.
the time
never
we
did.
get to the end of the song,
Does he drive a Prius?
Probably.
It was a gremlin.
It was a great,
Gremlin.
even better.
Right. With a solar panel on
Do
top
this
of
so.
it.
You know what? I love that listening to you guys, because I'm going to dub this improvisation, because you guys literally sent the music to me not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I hadn't had a chance, because I was playing my blues show. I hadn't had a chance to listen to it. And
thank
then
God.
Our trusted engineer, sound engineer, Robert Smurf, came up and helped me through the whole thing, and we listened through things. But I guess backtracking here, what I do want to say is I've known you guys individually and collectively for quite a few years now. And you are obviously very good friends who speak to each other on a very deep friendship level. So for you to get together and all of a sudden say, you know, I kind of would do something different than what we're used to listening to or for what we're used to doing, and make it happen so fast, and to understand each other is a song is it is about, and it speaks to a testament of how good songwriters you are. And
Wow, Sherry, we couldn't have said that better ourselves. Listen, we need you to join the band.
I will go on the road with you.
Can you keep going on that topic?
The
No.
love. No, I think it speaks volumes, and that's
thank
very
you,
important.
thank you.
I mean, I don't write songs, but I fancy myself a song listener. So that you're able to do that in such a short period of time. You can read each other's thoughts. Maybe, I don't know. Is that a chick thing to do?
No, there's definitely that. For guys, I've always called it the deep end of the pool of life. But girls tend to talk on a very emotionally close basis, where men are more, sports, chicks and cars, whatever. And that's definitely also the bell curve here, is that we dive deep and we're comfortable talking about it or addressing that. And even in bad times, when we have disagreements, it's not just all fun, but it's great because it threads a respect of a friendship between us.
And that's great. And it comes out in your music. So we're going to play the song that apparently is dedicated to such a Richard. And now, for listeners, I want you to bear with us because this is new to us here at the station. Downloading the music, I think we have a trusted sound engineer, Smurf, and he showed me how to do it. And I have all.
He's awesome.
Isn't he just the best?
Thanks to you both, actually.
It's an honor and a pleasure to have you here. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna let into this song. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, go. You're such a Richard. You made me sick. You're such a Richard. Such a biologist or a proctologist, and you won't be missed if you crawl back into your glory hole. Always a Richard around the clock. The bigger Richard. If you tongue ye one more time, maybe you just might find you're upside down in the U-boat lane in the River Rhine. Oh, Richard! Still living with your mommy, shredding your salami, origami, oh, oh. You're such a Richard, can't even dance. Hey, little Richard, to be a aunts and uncles and cousins and cops, selling your wares at the stupid shop, and I hope you're sitting on a Daikin ride when the other shoe drops. Oh, Richard, still living with your mommy, shredding your salami, carnal origami, oh, oh. No one plays Richard, not even Mick, like you, Richard. And it's a big sight to see a Pyrrhic victory. The saddest thing is you're just like me. Hell, we're all Richard. She'll flip you through the back door, clean your mess as your face hits the floor. Attention 4, Passion 3, Sergeant 1. You look sick. You've heard it before. Don't be a dick.
Okay. What was that? That was
Wow.
awesome.
Wow.
How old
Yeah.
are we?
I tell you, 7th grade.
That's your 7th grade truants. So
We're only going to regress from here.
good.
Oh my God.
We what happened is with the title of the group is we played that song. We didn't have a like I said, like these guys are saying,
It was the boys, basically.
we didn't say we're going to create a group.
No, there was no
We just said
ambition to
let's
that.
do a tune, And then we got on to the next tune it was going to play later. And I remember Rob was out doing a part in the Jimmy's main room, and me and Jeff were sitting there, and I said, damn, man, I said, this music. I said, what we're doing here, I said, it's kind of like we're 7th grade truants. And Jeff looks at me and he goes, that's it.
Nailed it.
That's the
That's
name
the
of the
title
band.
right there,
Nailed it.
man.
That's the name of the band.
Serendipitous.
Right.
That's to me. That's what music should be all about. Is just bringing you together in that moment. So,
Yeah.
I know that family and friends are listening right now, and there is, because of the live shows, and these have been going on here at KZSU 90.1 Stanford for as long as they have, for well over 20 years. What would you say to your new audience listeners right now?
Welcome, tribe.
Welcome to the tribe. We have many followers within the tribe, and we welcome even more.
Okay.
And we love you.
And
All right.
and so I would like to say something about that tribe that they're talking about, because some people may not know. You're a part of it.
I am.
Sherry is a part of the tribe.
I am definitely a part of it.
When I met these guys about 8 years ago, I was instantly became part of the tribe. Just I got them. I got what the way they played with each other and stuff, and I fit right in. And then you look, and it's like there's literally 400 or 500 people on both sides of the bay, North Bay, South Bay, East, West. They're all part of this super cool Smiling Eyes tribe.
Smiling Eyes.
Right.
A shout
And
out to
We love you, Maureen.
And
Yeah,
really,
shout out to Maureen.
and really, at this point, Rob is actually,
You kept it going.
he's the chairman of the board.
Yeah, you are, Robert.
He's Frank Sinatra.
He's Frank Sinatra.
And this guy over here, Jeff Carr, he's actually Dean Martin.
I'm the dean's sidekick.
That tracks.
These guys
Totally
are
tracks.
like trying to keep up with these two
I can
guys.
only imagine.
Just sitting at a bar is like exhausting
And expensive.
and expensive, right?
I tell you.
But if I could fit in and be the Sammy Davis of the threesome,
Shammy.
I'd
We
be
love ya.
happy as shit, man. Excuse
Bob,
my language.
Bob Peak, you're there.
Yeah.
the
Bob
Candyman.
Candyman.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious.
Okay, so we are going to play the next song is My Bong Master.
Yeah, we did this one where we were in the studio and
Is
Jimmy
it literally?
Jimmy Goines got a call from a movie producer that said, "Hey, we need a pot song."
Literally. I
Literally
mean, like right
said,
when we were
need
there.
we need a pot song.
Yeah, the night we were there.
And we recorded this one and sent it off to the director, who immediately sent us a waiver that said, sign off and we may use your song.
Yeah.
We may or may not. We won't tell you if we do, but if we do, you've signed the rights over. We said, okay, here you go. Here's the signature.
Ruh-roh.
Boom. And one day we're hoping to sit in a theater and hear the bong song. And
You signed the rights away.
we signed the rights away. So.
You know, that's the beauty of the music industry. Whenever they can just screw you over, they will.
And, you know,
and you get to be on the radio
yeah,
in the meantime.
yeah. I mean,
I'm so used to being abused. Go ahead.
Bob, what was the nucleus of this? What was the
Yes.
nucleus of this song?
Good word.
Well,
For those of you who can't see his face, he's a little serious right now. He put on a serious face.
He's got a serious frown.
Yeah,
He's got
very.
a serious frown.
He's got a beret, by the way. Everybody
He's
listening, he's got a
wearing a
blue
beret.
beret, but every time I pull it up, it looks like a Jiffy Pop.
going for
popcorn
the
thing. So-
Jiffy Pop look.
Oh, come on
yeah,
now.
so I'm not there yet, but we're going to get there.
But I had this, I mean, even when I started playing music, way back when I started writing, I just had this riff. And I actually wrote another song with it. But then when this opportunity came up, I said, this is the perfect riff to start off this song with about my bong. And my bong is really, what's kind of cool is, it's really about like, what would you say, like
Revisiting.
10 seconds in time,
Yeah.
right?
It's about a love relationship.
A love relationship.
It's almost
with
like
a man
he-
with a man in his bong.
A man in his
And-
bong.
and he accuses his girlfriend of stealing it until he finds it.
Right.
But you could also tell that he has more affinity for the lighter and the bong more so than his girlfriend, which is a sad, but yet probably plays out true in life, right? I mean,
Okay.
how many guys like their bong?
Yeah.
Love their bong.
I'm
I mean,
thinking of the movie Pineapple Express.
Yeah,
right now.
You know what? Right
Yeah.
there.
Right there.
Right there. It's when Seth Rogen finds the bong in his bed. And goes, "Oh my God, here it is."
Yes.
And James
Yes.
Franco sends his whole leg through the
Right.
windshield of a cop car with a Slurpee on the front of it. That's
it's great.
classic bong work.
All right.
Okay,
That's
so
probably where we could have used the song is in that movie.
you could.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
You know, if you do a video for this song, you might want to contact them and see if you can get some rights. You know, just like have a montage of that
Yeah.
somewhere along that. I
Well,
think that would be
we
great.
have good lawyers.
or you could. Why don't you just write a script for Pineapple Express 2?
Listen,
You just got done writing a movie
I've
script.
got one coming out.
Yeah.
A movie script coming out. I wrote it with a good friend, Joe Meltzer. And it's
Do it.
a rock and roll movie.
All right, Sherry, that's a great
Totally
idea.
it.
We're going to make
It's
it
called
happen.
Legacies
should
Road. It's going to
totally
be
do
out in
it.
theaters near you.
You should totally do it. See, this is why improvisation is so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, just thinking right off the top of your head. Okay, without further ado, we're going to play My Bong Master.
All right.
Here we go.
As I slumbered stony deep, some varlet stole my bong. Last seen in the clutches of that harlot Dorish Long. Now Dorish is the stoutest love, her scruples ain't her stick. She traded her grandmama's gold tooth for a spleef of good tie stick.
She would. No shit. No shit.
I gasped in abject horror when I reached out for my bong. My bleary eyes and empty hands confirmed my world was wrong. For every morn, without fail, I'd start the chapter right. A mighty toke of super smoke and all was golden light.
It's such a disappointment, I must say. I hope it don't involve the CIA.
Oh no!
I got whiskey and champagne. I got 11 tabs of window pane. But in the morning, just need my haze. Was at the fuzz. Who took my buzz? My bong is gone away.
Misty-eyed, I'll leaf through treasured photos of my bong, reliving tender memories of me and Mrs. Long. But when I nudged between my pillows, something glassy green, trumpets blared, for it was there. Oh, what a lovely scene!
And now the three of us are status quo. We flick the lighter and away we go. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
My mom had it.
Yeah, yeah. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. 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 Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
Now, that is an awesome song. Seriously. Okay.
It's got a lot of meaning behind
It
it.
has a lot of meaning behind
Right,
it, and
right.
I
It's a
kind
love
of,
song.
Yeah, it is a love song. It has a little desperation and a lot of love.
I'm
and
glad you
it's-
sensed that.
It's a lot of love and a little
Right.
bit of paranoia. You kind of threw the CIA.
The CIA,
in there.
I know,
You were-
worried about them. Were they the ones?
Were they the ones?
Were they the ones?
Oh man.
My God.
Hey, tell that story about when we got to the studio, and I wanted to change that line.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Bob had rewritten it.
Bob had sent me a little tag version of that, which this is how he does. He sends me a little thing of him, an acoustic in his garage, with I don't know, some kind of little synthesizer, something he bought at Sears, for 1995. And that line comes up about the CIA, and my wife and I die laughing. And then I come in and Bob goes, I'm going to change that line. I just don't like it.
No.
And I call my
Right.
wife and she goes,
Right.
tell him no way.
No way.
Tell him no way.
No, that
We're
fits
keeping the
perfectly.
CIA in.
You got to keep it in there. And now, okay, so for listeners, I think that you've probably college students right now are probably really happy, and they're
Right.
like calling each other in their dorm rooms, dude, you got to listen to this song. So, and then I am going to tell listeners that we are all of a quote unquote certain age. We have grown children.
Yeah.
Two of us have grandchildren.
Yes.
So I feel like when I'm listening to this song, then I get to revisit a portion of my life that I'm living right now.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Right.
And
we love that you're saying it that way because we felt the same way. This is
You
This
more
provokes-
than anybody.
This provokes feelings of us back in high school,
Yeah.
Back in
in
high
the
school.
70s, and college in the 80s, and
in full circle, here we are again.
here we
Yeah,
go.
and Jeff used
Yeah.
to have a bong collection. And they would name them after women, and it was
I had
he
that
had quite
bong
the
collection.
relationship.
So
I remember
70s.
I came home one time and my mom
Did
had
you
put
have a white
flowers
van?
in all the bongs
Oh, Mom!
as to kind of say, I know what this is.
I think that you've actually given college students around.
What an interesting
New
vase.
ideas.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
But we should have all of these registered with ASCAP by the end of next month. So you
Yes.
can play these as if it comes
BMI.
up. Oh, right. I'm sorry.
BMI.
BMI.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a hurdle. I mean, you guys have a lot of energy, so I can say that with all confidence because I do know you.
Well, we nap
Oh my
together.
God.
When we're together, we take
Yeah.
a nap together. It really,
See?
it's a bond.
There you go.
Right. Just don't hug me as tight as
Wow.
you did.
Rob loves spooning.
I was just going to say,
Oh
man.
man.
I know.
Oh man.
I
I
know.
do actually. I'm sorry. I love you guys. I love you guys.
I love you, Spoonie.
Spoony Weaver over there.
I get to spend Christmas parties with you guys, and
Yeah.
I still have a lot of them. We didn't get this
That's
past
like-
Christmas, but
Yeah.
I know some for the memory bank.
You're like
I was
you're like,
pulling
oh,
up pictures of us at the last Christmas party.
Yeah.
yes.
Today.
Before I came. Right.
And he's like, well, she comes to the Christmas party like we see her twice a year. I go, that's because that's all she can handle. Right. You're a load, Jeff. You're a load.
Yeah.
I'm a load.
You're a load.
Dude, it's you.
No. Anyway, we'll take that off air later.
See
sure.
what I say? Trying to keep up with these two?
Right.
No way, man.
I wish I was a songwriter and hang out with you guys. Okay,
You
so,
can hang out with us anytime.
Anytime.
I write well in my diary and my journal. I
Oh,
don't
I'd
know
love if
that
you share it.
counts.
I'd
Yes.
love. Oh, yeah, I'd love
we
that.
could do something with that.
I love that.
They're kind of melancholy right now.
I
so
am a
don't
total
know.
melancholy
We'll
lover.
spice them up a little.
Just spice it up. Okay, that actually might kind of work. My therapist would actually have a field day with that. So, yeah, sure.
Oh, we like that idea. See, this is how it happens,
great.
Sherry. This is how it happens
This is
right
how
here.
it
We're in.
We'll do word association games now. Okay, all right. So next song is Tumbling Down.
Tumbling
Tell me
Down.
about this one.
Okay. Well, Tumbling Down started during the first session. We realized we weren't going to do the TV thing, or you guys kind of made that decision because it wasn't my. But
At this
Time the TV
time.
thing is over.
yeah, exactly. At this time, the TV thing was over, and because we've been doing what I call fresh writing, you go in and you're putting pieces together, and you don't know at the end of the night if it's going to come. But so far, we've been 2 for 2. So in the break between the next session schedule at Jimmy's, at GFI Studio, I went over to Bob's, and we just thought, okay, we're going to record drum beats on a desk, like the desk you have in there. And I would just, drum different beats and things like that. And this beat is more taken from like Simple Minds, Waterfront, or Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Right. And so we did that, and then we're playing it in a loop, and Bob and I just started riffing. And while he was riffing on a chord structure, I was just writing words and it just came out. And we're trying to keep 7th grade truants, but at that time I really hadn't embraced it. Like I'm really I got to be 7th grade. So here I am thinking
I kept telling Rob to dumb it up.
dumb it down, right.
Dumb it up, Rob.
Right. And I'm like, no, I'm going to write a song about a Ukrainian soldier and a Russian soldier at the edge of the valley, like in a big, like canyon, and they're talking to each other, and that's how this song started. And then eventually it evolved, and I mean, that's basically that's the
Now,
nucleus
now
of
it's
it.
turned into like a sports song.
Yeah, and now
if
it's
you listen
got-
to it, you can go, you know what? I can hear this being played at a football game.
Wow.
As the team comes out.
Okay.
Right.
So check it
let's
out.
play it.
See
and
what
we're
you
gonna-
think.
should
Yeah,
we
because
think-
the
are we-
last thing, really quick, Sherry, is that the another kind of objective with the band was to try to have anthemic, those type of things in it, and that people, because people gravitate to that, especially drunkards at a football game. But if
Why'd you point at me when you said
Yeah,
that?
did you see that?
See that? He pointed right at me at that.
God,
You know,
I'm sorry, Jeff.
Cassidy.
We'll
man.
hug it out during the break.
man.
We'll hug it out.
Hug it out.
Yeah, so if you pitch it to the director of music, feel free.
Okay.
They can
all
play
right.
it. Okay,
All right.
Tumbling
Next
Down.
song is Tumbling